Go live on Facebook.
Got it.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm just putting it through to Facebook. It is making that funny sound again.
Oh, because I have other things open. Hold on.
Yep. That's right. It's not. It's because I can cut off this part. So
Hold on. So. You know what? I'm so sorry.
right.
Okay, I'm just going to, you'll ask me questions, okay?
Yeah.
And let me just shut some of this stuff down. Save to PC, let me just see. Let me just go off of this. So I'm gonna have nothing in front of me. We're just gonna chat. And you will, I'm just shutting more windows down so that QuickBooks, let me get rid of that. Okay, so, all right, is this better as far as?
Yeah, it's good. Oh no, I'm still.
You still having it?
There's no is there anything? It sounds like it's bouncing through a couple of things.
Let me switch. I'm switching my mic. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, it's not bouncing now.
So, but then it doesn't always work. So let's just.
So your volume is way better as well.
Oh, so is it too high by volume?
That's good. It's good.
Okay, because I have it at 100%. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's good.
Okay. All right.
I'm going live now. All right, so we are talking to Cheryl Elman. I was catching up with Cheryl Elman this morning, and basically, I think it's next Saturday, the 16th. What are we now, the 7th? So the 16th, New Zealand time, 9:03.
It's actually 17th for you, New Zealand.
Okay, 17th. We are doing Cheryl is doing a Control Room Masterclass, a one-day masterclass. So what I thought I'd do is just for the newbies, plus also any other people that do hypnotherapy or are interested, I'll just have a little chat with Cheryl about what it is, what they'll be learning, and yeah, all the good stuff. So Cheryl, about Control Room, tell us a little bit about what that technique is.
Well, it's not just a technique. Basically, it's taking your clients into their inner mind, and you could do so many creative things with it. So I think most people talk about turning up and down pain or, maybe a craving, but there's so many different things you could do with it. This is going to be a 6-hour class with some breaks in there. So it's about 5 hours of teaching. And there'll be, I'm throwing in the Dave Elman induction. So when we actually do get to practice in breakout rooms, everybody can get everybody in real quickly. And 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes, you've got your partner in trance. So there'll be some review of that and a video, and there'll be a manual with all this valuable information and being creative. The idea is you are using your creativity and you're getting your client to use their creativity, of going in. There's not just the dials and the gauges. There's so many different variations you can do with that. I also like to have a library where people have all their memories of things that they have experienced, read, fantasized, saw movies, and it's all stored there, because we only use 10% of our brain. And so all that stuff's there, and to be able to utilize that and be able to change their self-talk, change their perception, turns things up and down, and put them in control of themselves.
Beautiful. So in the training, you'll be going through the Dave Elman induction, which is really cool, learning off the Elmans themselves, and then of
Yes.
course learning different ways of doing the control room, and sparking up the imagination.
A wide variety. And then all the different things that it could be used for. You know, it could be used for weight control, for stress management, for smoking, for habits, for grief. I mean, you can basically use it for so many different things. And I actually teach, I don't think I learned this anywhere else. I think I just did this one day with a client years ago. And what I did was gave them an express elevator. And so they could actually use it as a form of self-hypnosis and take themselves down and be able to adjust things when they needed, you know, and so it's really giving them a lot of power, empowerment for themselves.
Yeah, beautiful. I have a funny story about control room, and one of my friends actually who had this experience could probably be listening to this right now on Facebook, but he used the control room to turn down his ability to speed in a car. And he came back the next week to say that, he was driving down the expressway and he always speeds really fast. And I think his wife might have even given him a whack because he was going too slow without realizing. Isn't it?
I am so sorry. My animals never play like this, and all of a sudden they're chasing each other and barking. Never. So I apologize. So that's so good. So all of a sudden he was speeding, and what happened?
And so that he used, without telling me, he used the control room to turn down his ability to speed. Maybe his foot on the pedal, I don't know exactly, but he said that that he was doing it not consciously, driving slower using control room. So it is definitely a powerful technique to make changes.
Yeah, absolutely. I had somebody years ago, I think he was my second or third control room years ago, and he had PTSD from Vietnam, and he would have he would wake up in the middle of the night and he couldn't go back to sleep, but he didn't want to do regression. There were so many things he didn't want to do. He didn't want to remember the stuff. He didn't want to talk about it. So I gave him, but he was very into DVDs and VHSs at the time, and had a big library of movies and documentaries and everything. So I took him to his library in his control room and gave him a remote control. And he actually, and then got him to, and going through his different processes with him, I got him to change the channel. So when something came up and it bothered him, he changed the channel back to something. He was very big on adventure kind of movies, or also comedy. So, he would find himself changing the channel and closing his eyes, or not even fully awaking, just going like this. And his wife said sometimes she'd see him like this in the middle of the night.
Beautiful.
And he would change the channel.
So
there's so many things.
Are real big on empowering the client, so the client can actually do this stuff at home without needing us. And I mean, giving them the ability and knowing how to give them the ability to do it themselves at home using self-hypnosis. It's pretty awesome.
It is. I love it. And so we'll get into discussions and brainstorming. I'm not into strictly lecturing. I'm very interactive with the class, and letting them also brainstorm. There'll be some demos, and there'll definitely be times that they get to go and practice with each other on these. So
they'll get some therapy as well, practicing.
They can get some therapy, and by the time by Monday, when they go, and they're back at their desk or at their room or seeing their clients, they now have this in their toolbox in so many varieties. It's not a script, it's processes of what you could do and just ideas. And then all of a sudden, you never know what you're going to come up with. I came up with something the other day. I had somebody going into the hospital for a 11-hour cancer operation, and just and I said, wait, you can't go without a control room. And I gave them a control room. And I came and I said, oh, she's going to be in surgery. She can't go like this. She can't do anything. So I gave her a really special kind of thing that is my newest little invention. So, and I'll be talking about that in class. So,
Beautiful.
which she was able to use in the hospital.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, I am going to post the all of the information on the Facebook feed, and for the HNZ members, I'll be sending out an email a bit later on this afternoon. If you have any questions, you can message me, or Cheryl is on Facebook as well, and very chatty. Cheryl loves to catch up with people and reply to messages. So give us a yell, and thank you so much, Cheryl, for chatting. And also bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. And I got to tell you, I hate I'm so nervous at doing live. So I will sit and talk for days, but put me on a live and I'm just learning to like relax at it.
And you like it now.
And I like it now. Thank you. Thank you, Justine, for pushing me to do this. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you guys all in Australia and New Zealand. That's why we're doing this late at night, so you can be at a time that's convenient for you. Look forward to seeing you. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Awesome. Well, we'll catch you later.
Oh, I just wanted to say one last thing, Justine. This is not just for beginners. This is, even if you've been doing this for years, there's so many new variations of what we're doing. It's going to empower you to be able to empower your client with so much more creativity. You just never know what's going to come up in your mind.
Yeah, very awesome.
Okay.
All righty.
Great.
Oh.
Bye. Thanks.